Let's do some cleaning education. Hi guys, today I wanted to go through different cleaning products with you and their uses. I know it's probably something that most of us know, but some of us get confused sometimes with the different cleaning products, what they do, how we should be using them. So I am going to go through this with you today and hopefully you'll walk away incredibly clued up on your cleaning knowledge. First up, let's talk laundry detergents. So when we have laundry detergents, they come in biological and non-biological. So what is the difference here? Biological detergents contain enzymes. These enzymes are not placed within non-bio detergents. The reason that a biological detergent is really useful is the fact that due to these enzymes, they attack stains really well, in particular protein stains. So let's say, for example, you have blood or something of that description on your clothing. You can then go ahead and pre-treat with a biological detergent. This is going to work a lot better than a non-bio. The reason for this is non-biological detergents, they don't contain the enzymes that bio detergents do. Therefore, when you've got a tough stain like blood, for example, which is a protein stain, you're going to probably need to up the temperature. However, when you up the temperature with blood, what you're actually doing is setting the stain in further. So a much better option here to treat these type of stains is either pre-treating with a biological detergent or washing on a cool wash with a bio detergent. If you don't want to use biological detergents, always tackle the stain before it goes into the wash. The second you put any heat on things like protein stains, it is just going to set the stain further. So pre-treat first, then go ahead and wash as you normally would. Now let's talk about silk and wool items. You can get detergents specifically for wool and silk, and the reason for this is they're a lot kinder and milder on the fabrics. The silk and wool detergent is more pH neutral than your non-bio or biological detergents. Also, as we've just discussed, biological detergents are designed to attack proteins. Now, things like silk and wool, they are naturally made up of proteins, so the fabric itself contains proteins. Our friend Mr. Biological here cannot tell the difference between whether it is attacking blood that we have on our clothing or the protein in the wool or silk. What is then going to happen over time is you're going to end up with holes within your garments, and that is not what we want. So whenever you are washing wool or silk, you need to go for something like this that is specifically designed for your delicate garments. While we are covering detergents, let's move on to fabric softeners. Those of you that have been here for a while will know I adore blue flavour. I don't actually have any at the moment. I've got yellow flavour for a treat. So these are the two that I'm using. This Lenor Outdoorables, I'm not that keen. I've got to be honest with you, I don't like it so much. It's fine, but you know, I'm not going to shout from the rooftops about it. I don't rate it. This one is lovely though. It's really nice. It smells like summer in a bowl. It's the Summer Breeze one. It just smells like delicious. So let's now discuss fabric softeners and what they do to our clothing and why they are here. Fabric softeners add a coating of fatty acid molecules onto our clothing. This helps to make our clothing feel softer and reduce static. However, fabric softener does not work so great on certain fabrics. Silk, wool, linen, gym wear, down, and our towels. We shouldn't be using fabric softener on any of these items. It's really not great for them. Things like gym wear, you want it to be breathable. They're designed that way. By adding the fabric softener, it's going to add this fatty coating onto our clothes and they're not going to perform as well as they should do. So instead of using the fabric softener, you're better off swapping out for either an essential oil, or you can go ahead and use white vinegar. I'm not so keen on vinegar, we all know this to be true, but once you have run it through the wash, the smell doesn't linger. It will just smell god awful when you first put it in, but once you've washed them, the smell of the white vinegar will go. If you've got towels that are really feeling just not as nice and as soft as when you first started using them, what you're going to do is you're going to run them through a wash cycle. It's going to be a hot cycle with nothing else in there other than white vinegar. Run them through that cycle. Once you've run them through that cycle, go ahead and launder them as you usually would with your detergent, and don't add fabric softener. The more you do this, your towels are going to go fluffy again and they are going to feel a lot nicer. If you like a rough scratchy towel and you're not bothered about that, then carry on using fabric softener. I'm just here to tell you the science. In the USA, for those of you that want to know what the equivalent to my beloved blue flavour is for you guys, it would be the Snuggle Blue Sparkle. So if you go ahead and get that, that will be what I am smelling here over in the UK, but you'll have it in the US. Let's now move on to multi-surface cleaners. So I've got a few here. One of them is this Flash. This is actually a kitchen cleaner, but you can use it on all different stuff. You can use it on worktop, ceramic, laminated wood, marble, granite, cooker hobs, blah, 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 and more. Cabinets, floors, sinks, taps, stainless steel, tiles, ceramics, chrome, glass, mirrors. This is the spiced pumpkin one. I hate it. It's horrible. I don't like it. It's disgusting. So I've not really used much of this. It's their limited edition one. Keep it limited edition. We don't like it. That's a no. But that's one of my kind of multi-surface cleaners. The ones that I favour at the moment are the Mrs. Meyer's ones. So you guys can obviously get these over in the USA. Gosh darn it. They've got their full collection out now. Which I have under good authority, that they smell absolutely divine. The two that I've used so far are the lemon scent one and the peony. Both of them smell an absolute dream. But what is the difference between a multi-surface cleaner and, let's say, a disinfectant? The main differences are multi-surface cleaners are designed to cut through dirt, grease and grime. That is their job. They're going to tackle any kind of spillages that you've got, any sticky residue on your work surface. These are going to slide right through it, power right through it, and they're going to get rid of the dirt for you. The reason this is really important is, and why I always say, let's do C before D, and that is the method that I use on the Hayley's Help YouTube channel, is cleaning and disinfecting are two separate jobs. They kind of go hand in hand. A really good saying is, you can clean without disinfecting, but you can't disinfect without cleaning. What we mean by this is, if you've got something that requires cleaning, this might be the top of a shelf, say, that doesn't get touched, or the top of your fridge. It might not ever get touched. It's not a high traffic area, so no one's coming into contact with germs or bacteria. No one's eating off of it. You are safe to go ahead and just clean that and get rid of the grime and the dirt that is sitting up there. It doesn't necessarily need disinfecting. If you choose to, more power to you. If you don't, that's absolutely fine. Things like our kitchen worktops though, or tables, any high traffic areas like that, particularly where you're eating, the sink, you are going to want to clean it first and then disinfect. Now, what happens is with dirt, grease and grime, they create like a layer of a film of filth basically on your sides. And if you miss any of that filth or dirt and you haven't removed it from your sides, what can happen is bacteria continues to grow underneath the dirt that you have missed. Disinfectants aren't actually made for cleaning, they're meant for disinfecting, and they work best when they're on a clean area. So when we clean first, we're removing all the dirt. We're not allowing any dirt to remain, because the dirt that does remain, it can multiply every 20 minutes. In particular, E. coli can multiply every 20 minutes. Before you know it, you have got a whole E. coli party happening on your work surfaces. And then if you're putting food on there, it's just a recipe for disaster. So once you've cleaned, you can then go in with a disinfectant. So that brings us on to disinfectants and what they do. My favourite choice of disinfectant is Beverly Bleach. This is one of my favourite products to use. We all know this to be true. I think bleach gets a really rough ride. It is a dangerous item if you're not using it sensibly. I know this because I make the mistakes so you don't have to. I would use copious amounts of bleach, and actually it's just not necessary. You only need a small amount. This is going to kill off any germs and bacteria, and it's going to completely sanitize, disinfect your sites and high traffic areas that you want to be free from germs and bacteria. So, how does our friend bleach work? Well, the active ingredient in bleach is hypochlorous acid. It's the hypochlorous acid that causes the unfolding of the proteins in bacteria. So they will have like an outer layer, and the bleach then gets to work unfolding this. Once this takes place, the bacteria cannot return to its original state. So it simply dies. When it comes to disinfecting, whether you are using bleach or another disinfectant, make sure you check the dwell time of the product. There will be a dwell time on all different products. It will be different from each product that you're using. So check on the back and it will tell you how long you need to leave it there for. So for example, here I've got a 4-in-1 pine disinfectant. So this basically, your 4-in-1 products, they do a lot. They're there to they're there as your little helping hand. So if you want to take away the faff and be like, I need to get a cleaner, I need to get this, I need to get that, go ahead and just use a 4-in-1. It's a lot more simpler, it's a lot more easier, but it's each to their own. Some people prefer to do it another way, some people prefer to do it this way. Whatever is going to be more comfortable for you, pick your weapon. The 4-in-1 cleaners are basically cleaners and disinfectants combined into one. So you can go ahead and use this, and for example on this one, the dwell time is a minimum of 5 minutes. So once I've sprayed this on, I would need to let it sit for 5 minutes for it to actually kill germs and bacteria. So just be mindful of that when using these, and make sure that you check on the back. If you are in the USA, the American equivalent of this one that I have here would be the Lysol all-purpose cleaner. Let's now move on to elbow grease. So this one here is actually an all-purpose degreaser. So this is going to be really useful to use on things like your hob, any kind of greasy areas, your oven, your sink might get a grease build-up. This is going to be really good to use on that. This is going to be what tackles the grease in particular. So this is a really good one to use in the kitchen, I would say. I have used this in my bathroom before, but I find this best used on places like the hob, inside the oven if I just wanted to give it a quick wipe over. You can use it in pots and pans as well if they're greasy. You can use it on your barbecue. And the American equivalent of the elbow grease, if you guys can't get this over there, you're going to go ahead and get the Goo Gone degreaser, or you're going to get the Easy Off degreaser. It's a cleaning spray. Both of them come in sprays, so they're the two that you're going to go for if you want the equivalent to elbow grease. Next up, we have already obviously discussed disinfecting. Another really good one that you can use is this. It is an all-in-one disinfectant spray. So these are not too dissimilar to, say we were going to disinfect the sides with bleach. It's much the same. I prefer to use this. However, once you've cleaned, so this, you're still going to clean if you're using this. You're not going to not clean, but you're going to clean the sides, clean anything that's got visible dirt and grime on it. And then you're going to go ahead and you can just spray this with a light mist. The nice thing about what I find with the Dettol is you don't have to wipe it off. Once you've sprayed it on, you're good to go. Leave it. Don't touch the sides, don't touch the door handles. See, this is really good on things like door handles. I use this a lot around the house on door handles. And the USA equivalent to this is the Lysol spray. Next up, we have lime scale removers. The one that I like to use around my house, if you've got hard water, you'll find that there gets like a chalky build-up over time. This is lime scale. The best thing to remove this is always going to be some sort of lime scale remover. You can go ahead and use white vinegar if you choose to. You're going to need to let it sit for quite a while, I've found anyway. So I just prefer to go ahead and use the Viacal. This one in particular is really good. This is the bathroom one. And not only does it kill 99.9% of bacteria, so this is quite a good all-in-one, it also removes the lime scale beautifully. This is one of my favourite products for getting rid of lime scale in my house. And it also removes soap scum too. So if I want to clean the bathroom and give the bathroom a clean, this is a really, really nice one to use. The equivalent to this over in the USA, if you are looking for a good lime scale remover, is Lime Away or Invisible Shield. Now let's move on to toilet cleaners. I tend to, when I clean my toilet, I have got this and I use it occasionally because I do like the scent of it. This one smells really nice. I prefer to use bleach down my toilet, as we all know, but you can obviously use a toilet cleaner to get your toilet bowl nice and clean. This is my preferred one that I use. This is the Duck Marine Wave scent. And again, it kills 99.9% of bacteria and it is their deep action gel. It turns the toilet bowl blue. I've said this before on one of my videos, but I'm just gonna say it again. If you are using this or any product, don't mix it with anything else. It's not necessary, it's not needed, they're not intended for that reason. And particularly when using bleach, do not mix this with anything other than, if you want to, you can mix it with bicarbonate of soda. That is it though. Don't mix it with vinegar, don't mix it with toilet cleaner, don't mix it with anything other than bicarbonate of soda. And the only reason you would want to be mixing it with bicarbonate of soda is for making the paste that I've showed you guys before. So if you've got any black mold in your bathroom, for example, it's a really effective way to get rid of it if you make up the paste with the bleach and then smear it on. When you're doing this though, you need to make sure that your windows are open, it's a well ventilated area that you are working in, and that is all you are going to be using. Never ever mix it with anything else. I can't stress this enough. It's really dangerous. It can release really dangerous gases, and I want you to all be alive and well and not in hospital with like burnt lungs. So this is the, like I said, this is the toilet cleaner that I use from time to time. The USA equivalent of this that I have found will be Scrubbing Bubbles toilet cleaner. And last but by no means least, we have our very own Christmas scented dish soap. I am so happy, guys. I found this, I can't even tell you. Went to Sainsbury's, they've still not got my winter spice bleach, FYI, but I did find this. So this is their, like, they've brought a new one out for 2021 and it's spiced plum and pomegranate. It's spiced plum and pomegranate It smells an absolute dream, and they do the matching antibacterial hand wash. How adorable. It's so, so good, this dish soap. It smells really nice. I really enjoy it a great deal. I'm hoping that they're maybe going to bring a spiced plum and pomegranate bleach out. Who knows, because I still haven't found winter spice. However, let's stick with the items in hand and not dwell too much on the fact that this is all I can get my hands on right now. I mean, we want a sister or a brother. We don't want this stranger coming into the mix and being like, hi, stranger danger. So annoying. So washing up liquid, dish soap, whatever you want to call it. These are obviously naturally really good for washing up. They are also really good for tackling things like grease and grime. So again, going back to our cleaners, if you don't want to use Mrs. Meyer's or a everyday cleaner, you can go ahead and use dish soap. This is perfectly fine to use to clean with. I use it sometimes on my work surfaces, but just make sure that when you're using this that you do go in afterwards with a disinfectant on your high traffic areas. Again, if it's not a high traffic area and you're only looking to clean something, as in you're not worried about the germs because it's either too high up or it's just like the top of your fridge or the top of your units, use the dish soap, it's fine. You don't then need to go in with a disinfectant. If it's your work surfaces though, always use a disinfectant afterwards. C before D. The equivalent to this is not really equivalent, so I'm just going to let you know because I've used it and I love it and I can't get it over here, but it's my favourite. If you're in the USA and you're looking for my all-time favourite dish soap, I feel like you guys are going to get really mad at me and be like, how dare you? And I love you guys, so please don't. But it's Palmolive. It's not Dawn. I much prefer, when I was in the USA, it was my choice of dish soap over the Dawn. I would prefer the Palmolive. I don't know why. I felt like it smelt nicer. I felt like it cleaned better. I just preferred the Palmolive. So there you go, I've said it now. I can't take it back, I've said it. Thanks for watching today's vlog, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and you found it helpful. If you did, go ahead and smash the like button. Let me know in the comments what products you use. Let me know what your equivalent products are in your country, because it's just always nice to share it amongst the community. And I will be back again next week with some more Hayley's help. Until then, team, I love you lots. And as always, keep it clean. Bye, guys.